What is going on, guys? So it's Friday, and typically like on Friday I try to keep my message like upbeat. I try to keep whatever I put out there to uplift you and get you ready for the weekend, right? To get you excited to go into this time of rest so you can go into Monday ready to put boots to asses and getting the job done, This Friday's message is going to be a little bit different though. Because I'm gonna get into something that a lot of people don't like to talk about. When things come apart, when things crack and crumble and fail, man, what do you do with that? And I mean, depending on what's going on in your life, you might be able to relate to this in several different ways, Maybe it's your diet. Maybe your diet's not where you want it to be. Maybe you're physically not where you want to be. And you keep trying and it just comes apart. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe your relationship's coming apart and you just don't know what to do with it. Maybe it's family. Maybe you have issues going on inside your family right now, or things in your family just are coming apart at the seams, and you're not sure what to do or how to do anything about it. We live in a broken world, man. We live in a very broken world, and it all started with Adam and Eve and that apple, man. We live in a fallen world where things are not like they need to be with God. Where there's a lot of disconnect in how we live and how we were meant to live. And because of that, there's just things in this world that exist that weren't meant to. There are things that we go through that God didn't intend on us to go through. We weren't built or designed to handle it. And a lot of people throw that whole entire, well, God doesn't give you more than what you can handle stuff out to me. And it doesn't say that. Like in the Bible, it doesn't say that. God never says that He only gives you what you can handle. That's never once is said. And people say that all the time, and that's not a true statement. And the thing of it is, it's not always God, man. And that's the other side of the coin when it comes to this conversation. The things that you go through in this world, a lot of it's not God-driven. He does his best to protect you and to shield you from the things of this life. And man, unfortunately, we live in a fallen world, and things happen just because. Things break, relationships crumble, you lose people. That's just reality. So I guess going back to the point is, what do you do? What do you do when things come apart? When things crack and crumble and you don't know how to handle? What do you do? Well, you do the only thing you can do, and that is you pick up what you can and you keep going. If it's something as mundane as your diet, every day is a new day. Start over. If it's something with you physically, that you're not like making the gains in the gym you want to make, or you're not getting things like you don't look the way you want to look, then maybe you need to push yourself harder in the gym. Maybe it's you have an illness. Maybe it's something deeper than just physical. Maybe it's like an actual illness that's holding you down, man. And if that's the case, Godspeed with you Get with your doctors, get with the hospitals and the physicians that you need to get the best treatment that you can. And you just gotta keep trucking forward. If it's a relationship, unfortunately, we deal with that in this world where relationships fall apart and fail. And when they do, you just gotta pick yourself up and you gotta keep going forward. You've gotta figure out a way to make this thing that, has happened to you not tear you to pieces because it's happened. I know it's not simple. I know it's tough. And I know that's easier said than done. But I'm telling you, that's the way you have to do this. And, the reason why I'm putting this message out here is because I have personally been failing. I've been failing in some categories that I'm not proud of and that I could be doing better in if I would just apply myself. And that's what it amounts to, man. It's applying yourself. It's figuring out how to dig deep and how to make it happen anyway. How to keep moving forward. The only thing that's guaranteed in this life is change, right? Like, we've covered that. And unfortunately, that change doesn't always mean that it's like a good change, that it's going to be beneficial. So when those bad changes come, when the bad times come, when the real ugly of life comes and you're getting hit in the face with it, you got to remember that you're going to make it through and you're going to get to the other side. I feel like somebody out there needs to hear it because I know I did this morning. I slept like crap last night. I feel like crap. Going into this weekend, this is Mother's Day weekend, right? Shout out to all the moms out there. It's Mother's Day weekend. Some of us might not have a mom. Some of us might have lost our mom. Some of us might not have ever had our mom. And those times are tough. Those things are difficult to handle. But you can handle it. I can promise you can handle it. You just got to pick up the pieces and keep going forward. That's really all I got. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. I hope that it's a weekend full of recovery. I know it's not going to be for me. I've got so much stuff going on this weekend. It's ridiculous. But I hope it's a good weekend, and I hope that you find that peace in whatever's falling apart in your life, whether it be big or small. Some things affect people in different ways, like diets bother people a lot more than losing family sometimes. Sometimes losing family is a normal occurrence. I don't know. I can't speak to everybody because I know there's so many different variations of losing things and being broken. And the only thing I can really, really tell you, the best advice I can give, is you got to give it to God. I'm out.